Hi everyone, this is my Bubsy 4D item sniff tutorial. Real quick, just not to waste your time, go to your visuals, go down to frame rate lock right here, and check and see if you have uncapped. If you have that option, you're good to go, and you can do Sniff Tech. You have to either down patch your game, or just have not updated to have that available. If you need help doing that, you can DM me. If you're playing on console, I can't help you. I'm sorry. I don't know how that works. Anyway, let's talk more about item sniffing. And you. So, Bubsy does this sniff when you press triangle, and you need to have items on the level so that he can do it. If you don't, he won't sniff. Only on certain stages does this just not apply, like 3-5. But it's mainly just boss stages, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, let's talk more about sniffing. So, you want to make sure you have speed when you're going for a sniff. If you don't have speed, Bubsy can't, cross gaps very well. You can do it without it, but I really highly suggest, and I'm going to teach you this way with speed. When you're done, you're going to have something called neutral speed. You're going to leave ball, and then you're going to slide for a second. This slide really is kind of like the bread and butter on how to gain a slide with sniffing, which lets you do different sniff techs. So there's 3 types of sniff tech. I'm going to go over 2 of them. I'm going to ignore the one because it's kind of the same as the other one. But anyway, so Bubsy can sniff off objects and do bonk sniffs, or he can sniff off flat ground. Sniffing off flat ground is kind of rare, and there's only certain things you can go over. You'll figure it out purely due to experimentation. But in my experience, any object that ends up curving in one way or another is good to go. Like some of these staircases and stuff, you can just sniff off. Anyway, we're gonna go over bonk sniffing first. So bonk sniffing is when you're about to collide with an object, and before you do it, you're going to unball, and then you're going to sniff, just like I showed you earlier. And that lets you fly into the air. So we're going to go into the skateboard here, and I bonked, so that wasn't good. But still, anyway, we're going to try again. So right before we hit it, and I sniffed. And this was kind of a slower sniff. You'll notice that the closer to the object that you sniff, the more height and speed you'll get. For the sniff. It's right there. This is slightly faster, I think. Yeah, it is. So this was a decent sniff. So a lot of the game of getting a good IL or getting a good time using sniffs is just doing it as close as possible and playing as close as possible. When you exit ball, there is a slight delay on when you can sniff. If you want to try and get that down, go to your game settings and go all the way down to it's way down here, game speed, and you can play it a slower game speed, and then you can kind of learn the timing on when you can sniff. Right there, it was way too early, and then if I wait, and I can just sniff kind of later. I obviously didn't time it there right. It's kind of hard to play on these lower game speeds, but they will teach you about what to look for. Right there, I did it fine. I just canceled it. Anyway, let's go back to full speed. I'll show you sniff flying. The sniff fly on this level is insanely powerful because you can skip almost the entire level. So once we get around here, I can sniff all the way to the boss arena. So again, the trick is just be in ball mode, have speed, get to an edge, slide, and then press triangle. You want to be neutral on the stick as you do this. That's why I kind of called it neutral speed. You want to make sure you do not touch the stick while doing any sort of flying. The flying speed is fixed, and if you press anything, even just sometimes pausing the game and messing around in the options will delete your sniff. So you want to make sure you're absolutely just not touching anything. So we're going to get to this edge here, and I hit a perfect sniff. This will take me directly to the end of the level, which is really nice. This is a pretty neat tech for just kind of breaking the game or getting through it quickly if you want to set up a file or something, or you just want to do a 100% run. It's completely broken. But yeah, so there's a third type of sniff, which I'll talk about, but I don't think I can do it on this level very easily. I don't think there's any surfaces that would apply, but there is a third type of sniff that when you stop, Bubsy will get kicked out of the sniff. That's called like what I call a half sniff. Bubsy will kind of like go into it as if he's bonking. You can actually use these in some places because it's faster than going like doing like reball tech, and you can also reball out of it. So you can actually get some crazy good gap distances even on areas where sniffing doesn't work. But I at least wanted to explain it. It's no different on the inputs than just a normal like a sniff off the edge. So you want to make sure that you're doing. Oh, I got wide Bubsy. But yeah, the tech is very simple. It's just about knowing to be neutral when you can press that button and for sniffing, and understanding that how to act out of a sniff. I will talk about that real quickly. When you get a good sniff like this, you may notice that like my angle's really bad. So let's say I want to go out of this. What I can do first is I can move the stick, and then immediately I can start doing reball tech. I like to do the pounce. Normally you save that for last because you have this like neutral speed. But if you save if you do the pounce first, you actually get more speed because the other options normally like are meant for carrying speed. But if you have no speed, it's better to do pounce. If that didn't make any sense, just trust me, just do pounce first. It's also better for angling yourself. So yeah, again, you can act out of a sniff, and so like if you get a good one and you gotta like realign yourself, just tap the stick gently, and then you will have a perfect like angle for how to reball. I fucked it up there because I'm stupid. But anyway, I hope having the input display, explaining it, and showing everything helps you get some cool sniff times, because I still think the tech is really neat. I think it'll be really fun in something like 100%. I am like somewhat glad it got patched. I wish there was just like a toggle in the settings or something, but hopefully that helped you and you can have fun sniffing now. Okay, bye!